guys, MPTV, Matt Piper the Soccer Mentor. How you doing? Hope you're well, and thank you for joining me. There were two people that managed to get the score correct, 2-0 Portugal. There was a lot more, but some of you sneaky guys tried to do it 80 minutes and onwards, so I didn't count them 2-0s. So the two guys that got it right, well done to you two. There could only be one winner, and it was. So congratulations to you. Beckham's shirt is ready and waiting to get posted out. You need to get in the comments and send me your address, and I'll have that shirt to you in no time. Congratulations to you. Now, on with today's video. One of the best players, if not the best player I ever played with, it is, of course, Muzzy, Izzet. I need to fill you all in on something. It's my fault, totally my fault. The interview was brilliant. We went through so much stuff that I know is going to help a lot of you guys. I didn't take the right microphones with me, and the only space we had available was a big indoor hall. So huge apologies about the audio. You can hear what he's saying, but it's quite echoey, and there's a lot of reverb in the room. And the fact that I've got so much great information from him, it's going to probably go into about 5 or 6 videos, because I'm going to keep them nice and short, so you guys can really get the most out of them. But today's episode is about small players or very thin, slight players, and which Muzzy was, and how you can best utilise that frame to get as far as possible in football. Hope you enjoy it.
Players that are too small at a young age, and I was one of them players. So back then, his name was Dave Collier, who was in charge of the youth team, said, yeah, you've got good ability, but you're too small. Yeah. Now, you know, only in England, I suppose. Yeah. Every other nation is, oh, he's got ability, get him in. Yeah. So England was the wrong way round. But luckily, I had my dad, who was in the corner at the back of me. And this is, you know, not every kid's got that backing of their parents, have they? Some kids
I think that's important.
Massively. You know, some kids haven't got their support of their parents. It might come from a grandparent, it might come from an uncle, it might come from a friend, but some kids ain't got anyone. And so to make it by yourself is a hell of an achievement in football terms, because you do need support. I was lucky I had a dad, and we had a bit of a pre-contract agreed that they had to honour. And when they, but it was for the apprenticeship. He didn't want to give it to me, and he told me in no uncertain terms that I won't play in the youth team under his name. So I was a little bit worried about taking the apprenticeship. When I went home and spoke to my dad, maybe I shouldn't. He went, no, come prove them wrong, and that's what I need. I need, you know, my dad to go, no, go on, come prove them wrong. I'm going to show them what we can do. And slowly but surely, throughout the year, and it was only towards the end of the first year, really, which when we went on tour to Germany, we was playing against French teams and Italian teams.
Where it's more technical.
It was all technical. The big kids that was at Chelsea at the time got none of that. Yeah. Slower game and possession football. Right, what we're going to do? Oh, right, we'll give you a chance. Well, I could handle it. Yeah. And then, because it was like a sort of end of season break before we had about another 8 or 9 games left of the season, and I came back to England with Chelsea, and I played every game after then, and it sort of kick-started my career sort of thing as an apprentice.
Because it's a question that I get asked a lot on the channel. You know, I was going to ask you about this. You know, smaller and quite slight players. Did you find that a real struggle?
Yeah. I think you've got to be, in the sense that you can be small, but you've got to be tough. Yeah. You know, if you're small but got loads of ability, but you're weak and you're timid, no matter how good you are technically, you're going to struggle. Yeah. You have to be small, but you have to be tough. Yeah. Mentally tough and physically tough. You can still, you know, don't let size put you off. You know what I mean? You can actually go in for tackles, and you know, you can. What I learned as a smaller player was how to time tackles better, because I needed to be able to get more weight behind the tackle. And I needed to learn how to use my body a bit more, because I didn't have the weight and the power behind me. So I had to. So any kids out there that are watching, when you're trying to hold players up, you have to get low and try and sort of, you know, you've got to have good arms, you've got to have strong in your arms, and it's a good stomach, to be able to hold players off. But I learned that because I was small. You look at some of the bigger players, when they were growing up playing football, they could always just do that sort of kid and then go flying. So they don't know how to, when they come up against someone who's stronger, they don't know how to use their body as much.
So the advice for people watching is determine what where you're lacking in a kind of area.
Yeah, I think sometimes it was for me, being small made me more hungry, more determined, and it taught me other ways and other techniques to be able to use my size in my favour.
Yeah. Hope you could all understand what he was saying and you enjoyed it and you've got something from it. And just to emphasise some of the great points that Muzzy made, I thought I'd put together a little montage of a little player himself that uses all the attributes that Muzzy was talking about to massive effect. N'Golo Kante. Guys, thanks for watching and I will see you all again very soon.